everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm doing something new today. I'm going to do some hand stitching and doing a watercolor wash. So I have my Staedtler watercolor pencils and I'm using a light blue to do the drawing, and it's just a very simple drawing of some flowers. I am not an artist by any means. And the cardstock is Bazzil Marshmallow, but I had treated it with is a blend of like 50-50 of gesso and texture paste. And what that it does is allows the paper to have the texture so that I can add lots and lots of water, so that the colors will flow. And here you see where I've punched all the holes for my flowers. You can tell, I don't know if you can tell, but you can see at the very end there are some still shots at the end. You'll be able to see the flowers. So that's where I had punched the holes. You want to make sure you draw your image or punch your holes first, do the watercolor, then you want to add the thread. You want to add the thread last no matter what. You could do the other two techniques, whichever you prefer. So normally I would just coat the whole water with, the whole background paper with water and then add my color, but I wasn't quite sure, to be honest, of how it was going to react. So I had a lot of water in my brush and I put a lot of water in the paint and I just kind of let it go, and it flows on pretty good. So I'm really liking the way that it's looking. And so now I'm adding just more water, and that brush that is a size 18 round brush. I got it at Hobby Lobby. It's almost a mop brush, but it's definitely not a mop brush. More and more water, and I want to add a little spice to the background. I don't want it all one flat color. So add the light color blue and then a darker blue in it and then I'm going to end up just spraying water on it to let those colors flow. And you want to choose colors that won't turn brown. Like you would never use a green and a red. I am not an expert in color or watercolor by any means, but I do know that if you add two colors together, they do make brown. So you want to make sure that you choose colors that go well together. So those two blues go well together. And now I'm adding some more water. And this is a mini mister. I got that at Michael's. And I want to say it's over by the Tim Holtz stuff. So I just filled them up with water, and it just adds a fine mist of water. And I feel like I use almost the whole container of spraying it, which I really should have done first, but I didn't know. So here I'm putting in a little bit of the darker blue, and I'm just choosing to go up and down. You can do whatever shape you want to do. You can go back and do forth, you can do diagonal. So here is my third color that I'm adding, and it is the spring green. And the reason why I chose this color is because the leaves of my flowers are green, of course. And I am, when I do the hand stitching, I do the leaves in a very pale green, and the inside of the flowers is like string art, but it's a very pale pink, and then around the petals of the flowers is white. So I really want some color to show through. I don't want it to be just white. It is for interest, and it's unique. And I really, we do get a lot of papers like this that come in our collections. And I thought, well, why can't I make something similar, that kind of goes with what I have? So that's why I chose to do this. Just letting the water just flow and letting the colors just blend together. And I'm really liking how this is looking. And I put it on a flat surface and let it dry. And I usually don't use my heat tool to make things dry. And it took me a couple hours to do all of the hand stitching, and I'll let you see up close here in just a second. And of course, the photos at the end, make sure you stay for those. I wanted it to be very subtle because I want the focus to be on that photo. So there's the string art flowers. Yeah, it took me a couple hours to do that. And I just use 3 strands of DMC floss, and I use a latex glove to help my fingers because that's a lot of the needle going up and down. So, alright, so I chose to use Paige Evans' collection, Turn the Page, mostly. I pull everything out that I have from her. And I wanted some very, subdued background, you know, for behind the photo. Photo doesn't make it. I'm going to go pull all the rest of the Paige Evans items that I have, that I had cut, and none of those seem to work. I think that one is going to work until I look at the chipboard stickers. And there's one that's just perfect. So this is the puffy stickers. That little one that says believe in you. And then I have the butterflies that I put on the flowers. And this sticker says proud of you, but it doesn't make it. So now I'm looking at the chipboard and I'm finding what works perfect. And it says change is good. And I know it needs to set on something, so I'm thinking I'm going to use these flowers. And I go through the ephemera pack. That doesn't make it, those little 2x2 squares. I love that pattern, but it doesn't make it. And this scallop does. It's not part of the collection, but it's something that I had put in my stuff from the last layout that I had, and there's a video up on that. So I'm liking how this frame is looking. Still trying to figure out what to put behind that that chipboard sticker. And that little blue circle does make it. It's a tag. I wanted something kind of dark there. And that says start here. I'm just going through everything just to see what, you know, what will work. And then I put that star there. And I really, really like the way that looks. So I go through my 12x12 papers and I get this star paper and I cut out several that the colors go well with. And I'm not liking this so much. I really like it when my the embellishments go from one corner to the next. So I kind of fiddle and fuss till I get it right. Okay, so now it's time to glue everything down. I don't make you watch me do all of that. And then there's the sequins. I choose 2 different sequins from Speigel Mom Scraps. I use Wonderland and Hey Baby Baby. I just got those in the mail yesterday and I was anxious to use them. They have beautiful pink and green in the Hey Baby Baby, and the Wonderland has the beautiful iridescent teeny tiny butterflies. And then there is a cut flower that's kind of an iridescent with a blue. Oh, it's hard to explain. It has like blues and purples. I also put the date, the 2018. So I didn't even mention that this photo is of my daughter, that it's a selfie, and oh, I wish I could take a selfie like this. Here we are at the end. Stay tuned for the close-ups and subscribe if you haven't already. And thanks for watching. All right, you guys have a great day. Bye.